look out of the window. The sun is down right behind that building with the satellite dish. Let me find the right button. Yeah, the camera is on the left hand side and I have to reach that. Volume up down button for zooming. It's a beautiful day. It's still 54 degrees Fahrenheit outside temperature. It was 55, 56 during the day. We had full 4 hours of sunshine before noon, and then the sky got a little cloudy, not hazy, just cloudy, big, huge white clouds. These trees, look at these trees. How green they got. I'm waiting for the bats to come out. I saw 2 bats. They're passing my hangout room window. And as you surely remember, there's the church. Just about 180, 170 yards from my hangout room window on the street side, on the main street side. So it looks like they're patrolling in the Castle Beepridge Park, hunting for prey, for insects and stuff like that. So, very happy Easter to everyone out there. I hope you're having a great Sunday and a peaceful Easter. And Uncle Gunther, he went to see his family. We had lunch. My aunt, she was cooking goulash and dumplings and red cabbage, and it was just yummy. I'm going to share something with you real quick. Hold on. So let's have a look out of the hangout room window. Yep. Look, these leaves. They're growing like crazy and they get so green. Can you hear the birdies? The chirping birdies? Yeah, this is my weather. So yeah, after I had dinner, after I had lunch with my family, I took Bumblebee for a ride. Been riding like 55 kilometers, around 30 miles. So what else I want to share with you is, let me get some light. The place looks a little messy right now. What I need to change inside my hangout room is I need to get me another table. Maybe not a white table, a pretty short one. And I place it right here like an L formation, you know. So, and this will be my work corner. And this will be my comfort zone, my entertaining office area and watching my YouTube stuff. Okay. So I ordered some power poles today. This is the first time that I'm working with Anderson power poles. And as far as I could see on the YouTube channels, pretty much all of the hams who are using Anderson power poles, they're using that to feed the radios with the 12 volts DC, right? So that made me thinking, because I got tired of every time I'm using my full automatic long wire tuner, I'm tired of opening up the wing nut every time and hooking up the wire, you know, and then putting the wing nut back in place. I mean, it's time consuming, number one. Number two, if it is cold outside, you got cold fingers, and you're going to do this when it's dark in the night. And this wing nut drops down, falls into the high grass. It's gone. You don't find it at night. And especially if there's -degrees temperature, the grass is icy, you get the flashlight on, and you know, then you get like kind of blinded because the light is reflecting from the ice, and then you are Foxtrot uniformed in the butt. I mean, can we cut that out? No, we leave it like it is, Uncle Gunther. It's fine. Oh, okay, thank you. So, yeah, and then I started thinking. The first method I picked to have it a little bit easier is leaving the wing nut on. Just leaving the wing nut on. Open it up a little bit, and I was cutting out a piece from these ring terminals, and then I just plugged it in, tighten up the wing nut, good. But then I started thinking again, and I'm like, oh, you know what, Gunther? Why don't you just try out how good these Anderson power poles are for real? If they are maybe usable for your antenna system. And then I was thinking, okay, I get me some DC wiring, cut them to size, put a ring terminal on it, a shrink hose, a heat shrink tubing, and putting the lock washer back on, etc., etc. Like this. And there's one of these springs. Okay. It's a little bit hard to do all this with just one hand and holding the Android tablet, but I'm trying to do a good job, and I hope you will forgive me if I'm got a little bit shaky hands. So, okay. Number one, for the radiating wire. Number two, for the grounding. And I open this up. Every time I'm out in the field, I open this up, turn this around into the direction where my grounding wire, or where I want my grounding wire to run off. Just gentle tighten this up. You don't have to tighten this up really hard. Just, you know, like, so it can't move, it can't go nowhere. And when I'm done with the Xing, after I had a lot of contacts and a lot of fun, take my antenna down, I open this up, and I put this back here in place. Why am I doing this? Because this goes in my messenger bag, in my tool bag, and if I leave it like this, you know, this is Boterful, you know. If I put it back in my pockets, you always got stuck somewhere here, you know. So, yeah. And this is what I'm going to try out in the next couple of days to see if these Anderson power poles are good for this. So, electrically seen, this should be fine. You know? But what if, I'm just saying, in case, what if the antenna tuner has a problem to find a match because of, I can't answer this, you know. Maybe it works fine. Maybe it's not a good solution, not a good way to go. So all these things, to me, are unknown. There's probably guys out there that already experienced all that, and they've been trying these things out, and they can tell a story about how it works, if it works it okay, works it super duper great. I haven't experienced that yet, so it's my first time. But I started thinking, you know, I want to work easy outside. You know, like I mentioned, if you have to open bolts and wing nuts, and your fingers are halfway frozen, and you know, you got a shitty feel in the fingertips, dang, your wing nut is gone. Out in the night, in the dark. So that's what I was doing this afternoon. And I'm going to take this one off and replacing that with an Anderson power pole. And I'm going to test run it. Hopefully. Pretty certain that I will do it this week when I go for the night shift. So if the weather is nice and sunny, I'm going to pick a day or two to work in daylight DX bands. And I want to check on my new place that I found a couple days ago when I was riding around with Bumblebee. Remember when I've been up in the Frauenstein area where that shooting range was in the forest with that little shelter? Exactly. This is a new place that I want to try out for my portable ham radio ventures. And if there's days where the weather is like pretty much mixed up and you know there's some rain showers, I'll be fine. You know, I got a roof over my head, and you know I don't have to abort my ventures to get back home because of it's raining. I'll be fine there. Okay, folks, this is it from here, and I just wanted to check on you guys and let you know how Uncle Gunther was spending his time on Easter Sunday. And if you like what you watched, give me a thumbs up. If you have questions or if you have some input or you want to say hi, just use the comment section down there, and I'll try to answer and reply as soon as I can. Okay? Happy Easter. Hold on. And happy Monday morning. There's already some countries in this world ahead of our local time, which is already Monday morning. Okay, but that depends on wherever you may be. DK5ONV saying 7-3, and I'll see you guys later on. Have a good one.